Hi guys, happy Motivational Mommy Monday. I have a good topic to talk about today. I did not get a chance to talk to y'all yesterday. I'm sorry, but today the topic we're going to talk about is redeeming regret. It's the story about Abram and Sarai. Most people probably know the story or know them as Abraham and Sarah. But when you think about the word regret, you mostly think about it separate from redeeming. But today we're going to talk about redeeming regret, which is really a good topic. And when you think about the word regret, you really think about a mistake. And if you read the Bible and you think about the stories in the Bible, it really talks about a lot of God's plan being perfected through people's perceived mistakes. So the story of Abram and Sarai is really a good example of that. They thought that they would fix their situation with Sarai's barrenness themselves by having Hagar have a baby for Abram, because at that time having an heir was very important. So what they did was they had her maidservants Hagar have a baby with her husband, and that baby was Ishmael. Most people know the story. So when they had the child Ishmael, all three of them regretted it, and they didn't like the consequences of what they perceived as their mistake. Now most people would think, okay, it was a baby, so how could it really be a mistake? Well, was Ishmael a mistake? Well, think about it. If you really read the story, most people have known about the story, but if you really read the story, if you go back over the account of it, was Ishmael a mistake? Well, there was a point in the story where Hagar went away. She ran away, and then it was a point where she was told to go away. Well, at one point when she went away, there was an angel that kind of came in contact with her and told her, no, Hagar, take comfort, because Ishmael's line is going to be expanded into a multitude, and to have your line expanded means to have like a lot of children. So he wasn't going to, they didn't want her to die because they wanted that child to be expanded, because that was letting her know, that Ishmael was in the will of God. Ishmael was in the will of God, but Ishmael was not in the will of God for Sarai and Abram. God told Sarai and Abram that they were going to have a child together. God didn't need their help. Sarai was going to have a child. So a lot of times when we want something done, we want it done now. But that's not God's way. God can do it on his own. God don't need our help, is the point. So even though they did things the way that they wanted to do, now they had to deal with the consequences. So if you look at the story, now you have 3 adults and an innocent baby in this situation where, to some degree, all 3 of them were unhappy, and now they're all complaining to God because they done did it their own way. All of them are unhappy to some degree in some way, and they're all complaining to God. Now the interesting point about it was that they did it what they wanted to do, and they're all complaining to God. And this is where the redeeming part came in. So I really like that. So when you think about the word redeem, you think about something that's being renewed, or you think about a fresh start. And that's a lot of times what we do as people. We want to do it our own way, and then we want to go and complain to God, and then we want him to fix it. Well, which is really kind of backwards. But it's so funny because won't he do it? He do it every time. We need to go to him initially, but we don't. And then we wait and we do it our own way. But then when we do go to him, when we finish running around exhausting ourselves trying to do it, then we take our big mess to him, and then won't he do it? He do it every time. And that's what we can count as God's grace, and we should really be thankful for it. I am anyway. Well, God's grace a lot of time renews our mind, it renews our spirit, and we can give up our pity party. That could be over. The name calling, that can be over. The name calling that we do to ourselves, that can be over. If we have a circle of friends that's calling us names, that can be over. The Bible helps us see the significance of the name, just by the fact that how in the beginning, how I told you their name was Abram and Sarai. He changed their name to Abraham and Sarah. Those names have significance. So, you know, sometimes you see people going around and they're calling each other, I'm the boss this, or I'm the this, that, or, you know, even degrading names. You know, you think that your mistake labeled you or gives you identity. I'm a tramp, or I'm an idiot. You may not say those names when other people are around, but you're saying them inside your head. But those things do make a difference. And your mistake does not label you or does not identify you. So don't label yourself those things, and don't let anybody else label you for that matter, because you need to leave those things behind, because those are not the things that God labels you as, and those things can be behind you. So don't let your mistakes label you, and don't let anyone else label you. And anyone who subscribes to that, I got notes written down here, that's what I'm looking at. Anyone that just subscribes to that kind of thinking, let that be part of your past, because spoiler alert, sure enough, Abraham and Sarah, their new names, he gave them a new identity. He can give you a new identity. Abraham and Sarah lived in their new identity, and they had a son. His name was Isaac. And did you know that Isaac means laughter? And the pastor who was on TV, who gave us the who told us what his name means, Isaac means laughter. And it just goes to show that God is going to have the last laugh, because his plan is going to go through. Now God may allow you to have your Ishmael, but he's going to have his Isaac. So I thought that was such a good point. Well, I hope that you enjoyed our Mommy Monday, because I enjoyed my Mommy Monday. I'm gonna have it. I still got a lot of work done today. That's why this video is so late. But I hope you enjoyed your Mommy Monday and your motivational Mommy Monday. And I guess I'll see y'all hopefully the next time. But bye. Love you. Be blessed.